Hello everyone, today we are going to present our Architecture Inquiry Project 2, which is Revitalization of Frog Hill through the implementation of sustainable development. So we are from Unit B, Group 3, and I'm Ko Mei Sheng. These are my group members. First of all, as introduction, quarrying and mining activity in Malaysia are acclaimed as sectors that contribute to increasing Malaysia's economy. But this will cause several serious environmental impact related to it. So our ultimate goal is to create a sustainable framework for the suburb with zero negative impact to site while balancing the social environment. Our research aim is to investigate and understand the negative impact of overdevelopment on the surrounding environment in Frog Hill, Penang, and to establish a sustainable settlement method in influencing the environmental quality to existing conditions. And here are the three objectives of our research, which is to investigate and understand the negative impact of development, to develop a theoretical framework while implement a sustainable method of construction, and the third one, to investigate the cause awareness and principle of sustainable development in influencing the environmental quality. And here are the main three questions of our research. The first one is, what is the reason for the cause of degradation in Frog Hill, Penang, and the impact of the degradations? And the last one will be, what are the approach to revitalize it in a sustainable way? So now I'll pass it to my group member, Pei.
I will start with part 2 literature review. I'll begin with history of Frog Hills. Frog Hills is formerly known as Bukit Kota. Bukit Kota is located in Bukit Tok Alang. The site is surrounded by plantation field. Moving on to the pictures below, it is the timeline history of Frog Hills. Recently, these 10 years, a group of extreme sport cyclists found Frog Hills and made Frog Hills a tourist attraction due to the geographical landscape that was formed because of the mining activity. The arrival of quarry miners have destroyed the area by extracting minerals randomly, creating pockets of holes. It basically turned the area into an unpleasant place. With the condition that the quarry miners left, the area was unable to be renewed or reused. That was why it was left untouched and ignored. Luckily, nature has its way to recreate a new purpose for the abandoned quarry. Moving on to modern development of Frog Hill. There are three potential development could happen in Frog Hills, which are self-sustaining quarry resettlement, industrial landscape, and extreme recreation. First off is the self-sustaining quarry resettlement. This development is a prototyping exercise focusing on the potentialities of off-grid quarry sites as an alternative settlement that may function within its own built ecosystem due to its isolation nature. Second will be industrial landscape. It's a common solution to convert abandoned quarries into landfills for solid waste. This is due to the nature of the land deemed unusable. The existing terrain profile may be perfect for biodiversity, geodiversity growth, and for economic activities. Third potential development will be extreme recreation, can be potential development as well. The intervention of publicly participant active program may be able to attract tourists or locals to the site. Upon closure of Frog Hills Quarry, the site was left abandoned, unnoticed, and ignored by the locals. So I'll pass it to Scott.
Alright, so this is where I'll explain more about the definition of sustainable suburb development. So at first we have the term of the sustainable development, and it's understood by many. So people normally ask, what is the definition of sustainable development? So sustainable development, as quoted by the Brundtland Commission, is actually development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. So this Brundtland Commission is also known as the World Commission on Environment and Development, which is established by the United Nations. As seen on the left, the blue is the United Nations, and then the on top one is actually a book that with the written definition on it. So as the term of the sustainable development research into further of the daily life of people, it is bound up with ever large movement of the modern world, such as academics and practitioners, where it's increasing awareness of the need to reflect critically on the fundamental principle encapsulate within the term as it continues to evolve. In the end, this review accounts substantial details to the origin and development of the action of sustainable development and how the complex interdependency of economic, social, environmental development processes and their results are being reviewed in the pursuit of sustainable development. The pursuit of sustainable development is actually stated as the principal policy goal for many organizations and institutions across our public life and the field of academic and practical inquiries around sustainable development. So on the third part, we have the economical, ecological, and social. On the top part, you can see the economical is actually the innovation, the capital efficiency, risk management, margin improvement, growth enhancement, total shareholder return. On the right side, the ecological part is where clean air, water, land, and emission reduction, zero waste, releases, and spill biodiversity. On the left side, the social side is all about diversity, human right, community outreach, indigenous community, and of course, labor relations. This is actually a diagram shown by the UN SDG, also known as the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal. This is actually an agenda for 2030 and is adopted by all United Nations member states in 2015. It provides a shared blueprint for peace and prosperity for people and the planet, now and into the future. In this diagram, you actually see a battery in the middle. It acts as a power for all our consumption. So all this power are actually powering all our daily life uses, such as our phones, our laptops, and of course, in other more developed countries, it powers cars as well, such as a very famous brand will be Tesla. Finally, will be the building. It powers all our building. Apple has this new building called the Ring. It's actually powered by reusable power. Next, I will pass the presentation to Qixue.